A crowd of 10,000 expected tonight for the ultimate tests of the harness racing season. We're live on Florida's Gold Coast at Pompano Harness in Pompano Beach, Florida, as we present the 1992 Breeders' Crown. 6 races on the menu tonight, including 3 races live. The first one just moments away, the 3-year-old filly trot. Also tonight, we'll sprinkle in coverage of other videotape races, 3 to be exact. Pleasant temperatures, but the rain is falling just a little bit right now, and the wind is kicking up. Hi, everybody. I'm Bruce Beck. Well, the Braves and the Blue Jays have the night off, so it's only fitting that we present the World Series of Standardbred Racing, the Breeders' Crown. This is the biggest night of the year in the sport. $1.8 million up for grabs, 6 races overall involving 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds, and in most cases, divisional honors up for grabs. 2-year-old Colt Pace and the current odds. Riyadh and Presidential Ball, the entry at 3 to 5. Alunti Spur 12 to 1. Broadway Blue was scratched. The pacer was sick. Columbus Avenue at 40 to 1. Village Jiffy with Ron Waples driving 20 to 1. Bonnie and Clyde with John Campbell 2 to 1. Tibet at 15 to 1, and Life Sign and Bill Fay 9 to 2. So there's a look at the 8, actually 9 overall, and they will line up, Gary, behind the gate in one tier.
One tier with Alunti Spur starting from the rail, and Presidential Ball, the favorite in this field, starting from outside, and there is indeed a lot of speed on the outside.
So it's down to 8 because of the scratch of Broadway Blue, and this is certainly an exciting race because Presidential Ball has had such a marvelous year.
Marvelous season, won the Metro, looked super there, just by a neck over Bonnie and Clyde, and as we said, there's Presidential Ball now looking very strong. He qualified here in 1:55 at Pompano and looked absolutely terrific doing it.
Well, the trainers are excited about this race as well. Many trainers think they've got a shot to go after Presidential Ball. What about Presidential Ball and his trainer? Well, let's hear from some of the different trainers.
Brett, the Robinson stable with 2 horses tonight. Presidential Ball drew the outside post position due to the scratch of Broadway Blue. He'll move in one spot, but still on the outside. He's got a lot of early speed. Does he have to leave tonight in this race?
I think he does, yeah. I think he pretty much has to get a piece of it, because if you take back, I don't think he's going to win it, but I think if he follows the 8 horse out of their Life Sign, we'll be all right. He'll either get to the front, and I know Fay will let him go, because he's a pretty smart driver. And if we get to the front, I think it's pretty much all over, because I think he'll be the best.
Bill Fay has been in the sulky behind Life Sign for 3 wins in his last 5 starts. His last was indeed impressive, and trainer Gene Regal seems rather confident about his chances.
I don't know yet whether we'll lead with our Colt. Michael Colt can lead pretty good, too. But I don't know whether I can outstep Presidential Ball maybe out there. I think maybe I can outstep Bonnie and Clyde out of the gate.
Are you pleased with your Colt's progress coming into tonight's race, and is he ready?
Yes. You know, he went a real good race at Lexington last week, you know, out of the 9-hole. Was parked, you know, till the half, got the front. And then he still had a little sting on the end of that mile, so I was pleased with that mile that day.
Bonnie and Clyde is in the middle of the track and is not known for being able to leave too quickly. But John Campbell is the best. And trainer Ken Sieber feels his horse is ready.
Oh, I think it's going to depend, Gary, as it always does, what happens right at the gate. But obviously, you've got 2 tough horses on the outside, and you've got another half of the Presidential Ball entry on the inside. And I think it's going to be a pretty good dash to the first turn to see who wants to or who can control the race. So I think if John feels he's got any chance of getting out there, he'll be out and going.
All the trainers are talking about that first turn in this race, and they'll be chasing ARTSPLACE world record of 151-1, set in 1990 right here in this oval. And it was set in the Breeders' Crown. So Presidential Ball, can he flirt with ARTSPLACE? 151-1, 2-year-old record. Can Bonnie and Clyde get the lead? Can Workington with the call of the 2-year-old Colt and Gelding Pace of the Breeders' Crown?
Colt Pace, purse of $300,000. Gate picks up speed in the backstretch. There they go. And they're off. And out quickly is Riyadh, part of the 1 entry, the Bill Robinson stable entry with Brett Robinson. And from the outside, that's Bonnie and Clyde, and Campbell doing battle with Riyadh early. Bonnie and Clyde trying to clear. Riyadh on the inside second. Alante Spurs third. Presidential Ball got away good, and he's going up on the outside for Jack Moiseyev as they head for the opening quarter mile. Life Sign gets underway. Then it's Columbus Avenue, Village Jiffy, and the early trailer is Tibet. The opening quarter, a quick 27 seconds flat. Campbell clears with Bonnie and Clyde. But here's Presidential Ball. Campbell and Moiseyev are stride for stride by the grandstand, and Campbell's parking out Moiseyev. As they hit the club turn, it's Bonnie and Clyde, and Presidential Ball can't clear. And he'll tuck in second behind Bonnie and Clyde. Life Sign now goes after Bonnie and Clyde. There goes Life Sign with Bill Fay. Out of fourth, Riyadh on the move past the half. On the outside, Village Jiffy is fifth. Alante Spur is sixth. Then it's Tibet and Columbus Avenue. Life Sign takes a shot at Bonnie and Clyde. Roughs them up. They hit the half in a brisk 54 3/5. A lively clip here. Can Bonnie and Clyde stand it? Life Sign's right there on the outside. Presidential Ball now hemmed in. Riyadh on the outside, inches up now, closer third as they head to the far turn. Looking for an opportunist, we've got Village Jiffy sitting chilly in the fifth spot, looking 3 wide for Waples and looking for an upset. Tibet follows him, 1:23 3 3/4. Life Sign on the outside by half a length. Bonnie and Clyde trying to battle back. Here comes Village Jiffy on the outside, Tibet on the far outside, extreme outside Columbus Avenue. They're in the stretch, it's Life Sign, but here's Village Jiffy, and the Breeders' Crown long shot man, Ron Waples, does it again. Village Jiffy, Life Sign, Tibet closing on the outside, far outside Columbus Avenue, but it's Village Jiffy in the upset, 1:53 2.
So Ronnie Waples does it again. Village Jiffy, the winner. And coming from off the pace to do it, the 2-year-old bay colt by Camfella out of the direct scooter mare Village Jig, owned by Charles Armstrong, Wellwood Stables, and minority partners Alan Burke's AFJ Stable, and Fred Brunner.
Well, if there's one man that can take advantage of the misfortunes of others, at least the horses, it is Ron Waples. His 9th Breeders' Crown win, and this is the 4th that has gone off at more than 25 to 1, or just about 25 to 1. I think that's what this colt is. Unbelievable. Takes advantage of that 54 3, which is a sizzling half. And here comes Village Jiffy on the outside for Ron Waples. Nobody does it better than Ron Waples, and he comes on a win. Nobody expected this colt to win, believe me.
Well, we'll see if no one expect him to win, because the pick 6 obviously depends on whoever was smart enough to pick this one. These smart boys with the early strategy burned one another out, as it turns out. Neither one of the 2 horses that everyone thought would win were able to handle this one. And again, as you mentioned, Ron Waples, king of the upsets, scores another.
So Waples, who won the Crown Age Horse Trot last week up in Canada, does it this time on this side of the border. Village Jiffy, your winner. Well, Ron Waples does it again, this time with Village Jiffy. Village Jiffy in the money this year, 10 of 13. Won a division of the Prix de l'Avenir at Blue Bonnets, and trainer Bill Wellwood is also a part owner.
This horse has won $134,000, so you might consider him an overlay in this race, paying the price that he did. But in any event, Wellwood, who was unable to win the 3-year-old trot with 2 trotters, scores here as a partner with Village Jiffy.
And you know, Stan, a 2-year-old, it's so difficult to keep a 2-year-old sound and racing at the top of his game for an entire season. Hence, Presidential Ball was beaten.
Strategy was the result.
All right, Gary Seibel standing by in the winner's circle. Let's check in with Gary.
We are here in the winner's circle. I know there are a lot of jubilant people out here as well, because they're you were 25 to 1 and their horse won. Your 9th Breeders' Crown win, 4th 25 to 1 or more. Pretty amazing.
Maybe I should look for the 25 to 1 shots instead of the favorites, I guess.
Okay, we're going to take a look at the replay now, Ronnie. And you were just biding your time pretty much.
Well, everything went real well. The pace was real strong on the front end, and he was nice and relaxed, this colt, and I'd never had to ask him at all anywhere except for around the last turn where I went 3 wide with him right here. And he responded real good, and he went handy, really, but it was because of such fast early fractions that done me the good.
When you went 3 wide, did you think at this point that you really had a good shot of winning?
Yeah, I felt very good. I looked over in Presidential Ball, looked like he was tiring a little going up the backstretch, so I felt real good right there.
And Life Sign put in a good effort, but you went right by that colt as well.
Yeah, he had a tough trip. He had to end up first over up the backstretch. It was a tough trip, and his misfortune was my good fortune.
You know, tonight's 5 Breeders' Crown winners, pretty short prices, but you closed out the night with a real banger there.
Well, long shot players will be happy.
Okay, and your thoughts on winning your 9th Breeders' Crown?
Well, when's the 10th?
Well, it could be a couple of weeks from now in Cleveland, eh?
Sounds good to me. Thank you.
John Waples.
Okay, and we're going to send it back to
One of
Bruce.
the sport's most complete horsemen, 5,400 wins, $50 million in purses, and now a 9th Breeders' Crown.